This month we're going to introduce you to our October 2011 donor of the month, Tom Wcisel. Tom has donated in many different ways his time, talent, and treasure to Loaves Fishes, and I hope you'll enjoy hearing his story. 2011 donor of the month. Tom, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much for the recognition.
Thank you so much for all you have done for us in the last few years. I'd like to ask you, how did you first become involved with Loaves Fishes and why?
Well, I think I first became involved with Loaves Fishes through Harvest Sunday, and I believe that is the donations, when you pick up the donations for the food pantry, and I think I became involved with that about 7, 8, 9 years ago. I noticed in the brochure as to what products were needed at the pantry, and I tried to make additional contributions throughout the year with respect to either peanut butter or jam, anything of the pasta nature, etc., to kind of help out the pantry. After that, I found out that monetary donations were probably a little easier for me rather than running back and forth to a Jewel or a Nasco to pick up the products. And then I talked to Charles at one point in time, and he mentioned to me that for every dollar that I would donate, he could multiply that by 10 and basically get $10 worth of food products. So from that standpoint, I said a monetary donation goes a lot farther than what I would pick up at a grocery store, and so I kind of moved my donations into the monetary form rather than picking up the tangible goods. So about 2 years ago, I tried to look for something a little bit closer to home, my home here in Naperville, and I approached a couple organizations and stuff whether they would be interested in hosting a VITA site here. There didn't seem to be much interest at that point in time, at least to the organizations that I went to. And then it kind of struck me one point in time when I was making a donation to Loaves Fishes that maybe this was the organization that would sponsor me and the VITA program. So I talked to Charles about it, and I think he went to the board of directors just to make sure that it was didn't cause any additional liability to Loaves Fishes, and we started the program. This year, the first year, was kind of challenging due to the fact that I was first of all looking for the first set of volunteers. We were also looking for the number of clients that we'd be serving. So it was kind of a catch-22. Do I have enough volunteers for the client load that we have? Will we have enough clients to keep the volunteers busy? But everything seemed to work out well. We had a fantastic group of volunteers. They were from all facets of life. We had a fireman. We had 2 or 3 retirees. We had a couple of a couple of people that were in industry, and they all worked together. We had a fun time. They were energetic, and they were very, very good at what they did. So I was extremely pleased with the volunteers that we had.
I know you spent many, many hours coming back and helping people who had more challenging returns to do, and they were so very grateful for you. I remember the first volunteer, or I should say the first person who return you did, was so grateful that he said the first thing he wanted to do was to buy you a cup of coffee when you guys returned. That was just a wonderful thing to hear about. How did that feel for you to be able to help somebody in that way?
Well, you know, it felt really good. I've always felt very good about the people that I'm helping. Obviously, they don't have the means to go to a tax professional to have their returns prepared, and the IRS is now requiring the returns to be filed e-filed rather than paper filed. But this individual to come back down here on the train from either Berwyn or Cicero, a homeless person that worked part-time at Goodwill, to fill out his return, to get a refund of his taxes that were withheld, and a small earned income credit was just fantastic. I wasn't expecting somebody like that for my first client, but it was very rewarding. I'm glad that I was able to help him and that he had a chance to basically come out here and get back to Cicero or Berwyn, wherever he came from. So I'm looking to expand the program this year to 350 to 400 returns. We can expand our hours, I believe, on Thursday evening, which is food distribution here at Loaves Fishes, from 3:30 to 8:30. And we'd also keep our hours open on Friday morning and Saturday morning. The returns are fairly simple. We do occasionally have one that is a little more difficult, but we'll look for a few more volunteers, and I hope to see the program have a lot of clients, and we fulfill our goal of increasing the visibility and viability of the VITA program here in Naperville.
Thank you, Tom. I want to thank you for all you do for volunteering your time, your talent, and treasure. You truly are a treasure to all of us at Loaves Fishes and to all the families you've helped by both your financial contributions and all your volunteer time with VITA. It is such a pleasure to have you here with us the past few years, and I hope we're working together for many more.
Well, thank you very much. It's been my pleasure to be part of Loaves Fishes, and it has been a very, very rewarding experience to help the people out that are a little down on their economic situation, and hopefully we can be doing this for many years to come.